And it's live. Okay. Hello, everybody who may have been waiting there for a couple minutes longer than I said you would have to wait there. I hope that you're stuck with it because this is going to be a really tasty story. It's going to be the spiciest of stories. A few maybe 3 months ago or so, I made a video about a certain guy in the indie wrestling world whose name was the Nature Boy Paul Lee. Now, the funny thing about our friend, the Nature Boy Paul Lee, is that nobody fucking likes him. And that's not me saying that. That's everybody in wrestling. Will pretty much tell you nobody likes him. Now, he has bought his own promotion. He runs his own shows. He is the star of his own shows, of course. And as many times as you'll hear everyone say, oh, somebody should deal with that guy. We need someone to deal with him. I want to deal with that guy. Nobody ever really does deal with these guys. Well, in this case, somebody actually may have dealt with him a little. And I was lucky enough to know the guy who did it. And I invited him here to tell you a wonderful tale of justice being served to one of the biggest dipshits in the history of the industry. Everybody welcome the wicked nemesis, the Nate slapping motherfucker. What is up, sir?
How's everyone doing this evening? Thank you so much, Tonka, for allowing me to come on. We spoke about this on the To Be Determined show when we had you on.
We did touch on it a little bit.
And I told you if you ever did a video again about him to let me know. I will tell the story. Now, this goes back to December 2012. It's a little bit back, but we're GCW, Global Championship Wrestling, my home promotion, ran by Mad Dog Dan Sawyer.
Now, was this the first time you had ever met him? Or when I say
yes, I had never even heard about the guy. I'd never seen
lucky
him.
Man.
Nothing. I don't fucking work Ringgold, Georgia, so.
There you go. Yeah, that's the only time you're gonna hear about him. By the way, Ringgold is where he runs his promotion. He's got his little place there.
So I get on Facebook one day, and I see that Damon Harrison, aka Damon Taz, aka Damon Christopher, common knowledge Damon Christopher of Unlucky Charms.
Yeah, a good dude. Been wrestling for about 25, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, back injury cut him very, very short, like a fucking freak back injury. It was insane. We watched it happen in the ring, but Damon's one of the nicest guys in the world. Christian man, youth minister, man of God, man that, when he cusses, something's gone wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You
never hear him have anything but nice things to say about anyone, for real.
Oh, exactly. Like, he's not that type of guy to start anything. Well, I got tagged in a Facebook post, and in this Facebook post was the poster for the event coming up in Pelham, Alabama. And it was a bar, and the dressing room was right beside it. It was also part of the bar that they had cut off and we're not using anymore. Paul Lee gets on this flyer and just starts saying that finally a real wrestler was going to show up to GCW.
Oh.
That's the first post he puts. He's the first one to. So then Damon says, well, I'll be there, and I consider myself a pretty decent wrestler, LOL. Paul Lee proceeds to just rip into Damon, just goes after him, so much so that Joshua O'Hagan, Bernie Kowanowitz, Joey Lightning, Trevor Eon, who a lot of people know as Doom, jumped in, and then I was late to the party. I just let Paul Lee know, this is not the group to mess with. I understand that you're a Nature Boy ripoff, and that I know that you might talk to your other people that way, but we're trying to sell tickets. Mm-hmm. And he proceeds to call me a faggot, tell me that I'm a piece of shit, and my hair looks like shit because, of course, my mohawk was up. And I'm okay. I said, well, I'll see you at the event. Now we get to the event.
And everything went quiet after that.
Everything was quiet. There was nothing. This was on a Thursday. Saturday rolls around. We get to the event, and I see Luke Gallows. Luke and I have always been super cool, And Luke has his glaucoma, which is in remission right now. So we went to go take care of his glaucoma. I come back in, and I look, just staring at me. Now, for a lot of people don't know, I am blind without my glasses. I'm like Murder One, Stan Hansen. That's how bad it is. So I'm looking, and Doom says, man, either that guy is a complete racist or he does not fucking like you, Wicked. I look over and I start squinting. I'm like, oh, that's Paulie. He's the one to talk shit on the flyer. He's like, oh, God, that's him. Yeah, fuck that guy. So we're standing right beside his robe, and he was like, we could probably set this robe on fire. And it's like, yeah, we probably could. Vent goes over. We're breaking down the ring, as you're supposed to do. You break down the ring. If they do it at NXT, if Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor are out there breaking down the ring for NXT, your ass needs to be out there breaking down the ring or setting it up. Or if not both, if you're a greenhorn in wrestling for promotion. We're breaking down.
Hold on, real quick. Spider Zero wants a little clarification. Luke Gallows from the Bullet Club, he asks? Because
Yes.
apparently there's like 9 of them.
Oh, God, yes. It's Luke Gallows from the Bullet Club, yeah.
Yeah,
Luke and Amber O'Neill, his wife and I have been friends for probably 10 years, 11 years.
Before I knew you.
So, since I first got in the business. Like, I've known her forever. And, we've always been super cool. Luke and I were super cool. They weren't together at the time, but Luke is out getting his pay, out signing autographs. And I get approached by Paul Lee. Paul Lee says, hey, I think we got something to fucking talk about. Now, there are probably 50 people. There are about 50 people sitting outside looking for autographs. At the time, this is when the Unlucky Charms were unfortunately making the turn from Ultra Hills to the Cool Hills. So we were bombarded with autographs. So I'm signing autographs for kids. And yes, it's at a bar, but it was an all-ages show. And this group of kids come up to me. And one of them right behind that is Damon's wife and her 2 sons. And they're waiting for an autograph. And he says, man, your mouth is writing checks your ass can't cash.
Oh, man.
Now, before I got into wrestling, I was a bouncer for 7 years in Birmingham, Alabama, and in Jacksonville, Alabama. I'm a tall, skinny guy. At the time, I was 6'3", maybe 185. I trained as a wrestler. When I got into this, I didn't get into this to be a manager, just to half-ass anything. I was told by my trainer, one of my trainers, Johnny Slaughter, that if I wanted to be even a great manager, not excellent, if I just wanted to be great, then I had to train as a wrestler. So I trained as a wrestler. I look Paul Lee up and down. I see all these fans standing outside. I said, hey, I don't want to fight in front of the fans. Let's go inside. So we go into the dressing area, which is the old part of the bar they don't use anymore. Now, this was my mistake. I take my jacket off, and I have this leather jacket that's made out of about 50 fucking cows. It's huge. It's a huge heavy leather jacket. I take it off and cross my arms. Paul Lee opens the door and punches me right in the face. Boom! Now, I guess he thought that I was going to take a punch and he was going to knock me out because I'm tall and skinny. I don't know. He didn't. I put him in a front face lock. He starts to try to overpower me. I'm choking him out with a front face lock. He kind of dives off to the side, and we go through an old table. Now, it's just he and I at this point. We go through a table. It explodes. Dan Sawyer and Damon come running out in socks and underwear because Damon is in the process of getting paid for Chris and I at the time. Chris Knox comes flying. Everybody at GCW that wasn't breaking down the ring comes flying out. Paul Lee proceeds to start grabbing my hair and pulling it. Now, Micah Taylor, who you have covered in your South African trip.
Oh, yeah. Micah Taylor, good dude.
And Micah proceeds to start holding everybody back. He says, no, let this happen. It has to happen.
He's a stocky dude. He can get the situation kind of handled.
Now, I'm standing up for an entire locker room because he has shit on everybody there. And I don't like a lot of people in wrestling. I don't. They don't like me. I've had heat with a lot of people. When he started pulling my hair in front of everybody, I knew then I'm about to beat his fucking brains in. My pharmaceutical instrument falls out of my pocket, and Chris Knox reaches down to grab it. And as that happens, Paul Lee reaches out to grab Chris. I guess he thought Chris was going to jump in. When he reaches out, I grab Paul Lee's arm in an arm bar, rear back and hit him one time. When I hit him the first time, he fucking explodes.
All right, now when you
Funny,
say that you grabbed him for the armbar, like you got him,
I,
you got
I,
an arm
I
wrapped
snagged his
around his
arm
arm.
up under. Yeah, I've got his right arm under my left arm, pinned down.
Yeah,
I'm on top of him. I'm mounted on top of him. And when I have his strong arm, anybody's ever seen the guy knows he doesn't do steroids. He takes, what are those injections? Synthol injections.
yeah.
Plants.
And he also has pec implants.
Those
So
those are sad.
that's the world of Paul Lee.
Well, he's apparently has some face.
Oh, he's definitely had his facial reconstruction done. Ooh. Well, anyway, it's not before he had wrestled Johnny Rock, and I know Johnny Rock personally. He said that he had gigged in the steel cage. He tried to say, I didn't bust him open. I talked to Johnny. Paul Lee couldn't even make his own gig, and he asked Johnny to make his gig right before he walked out for the match, for the steel cage match, and proceeds to not blade. Like he can't get juice. He can't get color at all. He gets a little bit trickle. Well, I pop him in the face the first time, he fucking explodes. I see blood. I pop him again. He goes, ugh! And then by this time, everybody's losing it because they know I'm about to beat his fucking brains in. So
It's
he
happening.
grabs me. He grabs me by my necklace and starts tightening. I have a Native American skull necklace that I wear to every event. I have a rosary that I wear, and that's the whole thing. Is it's supposed to be the duality of the evil and the good. That's the wicked nemesis.
Yeah.
So he proceeds to start twisting that around my neck. I pop him one more time so hard that his head bounces off the ground and almost knocks him out. So then he starts tightening as quick as he can. And as he starts to tighten the grip on my necklace, which is a tight necklace, I put my teeth right on his nose. And I open up, and I'm sure to him it like Pennywise the clown. I might as well say, they all float down here, Georgie. Because I was going to bite his fucking nose off. Anybody that's ever seen, was it Dirty Work? Dirty Work, yeah, with Norm Macdonald. The Saigon whore that bite my nose off. I was about to be that Saigon whore because he was about to lose that goddamn nose. And Leon, the bull stressor, leaned in and said, Wicked, don't make me be a cop. I hear cops, I let go. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. Now, Paul Lee is just gushing blood. Joshua Hagan, Doom, and Chris grab me like, you okay? Paul Lee staggers up and he's like, ugh, ugh. He acts like he's going to take a step towards me, but he starts to fucking
Uh-oh.
everywhere. Everywhere.
I think we lost you for a second.
Hey, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you now. He starts to get up like he's going to do something. I think he started to fade out right around there.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Micah tells him, Paul, I guess you got what you wanted. I proceed to look at all the mirrors because I know he's not going to do anything else. He is in no shape to do shit. And I see that he's fucked up my hair like badly. I still have an hour and a half drive to my home and I've got to stop and get gas. I look like a fucking retard now. I've got my fucking mohawk spread open where he is trying to twist it off my head. So I fixed my hair as best I could. And I said, Paul Lee, you bitch, you fucked up my fucking hair. And just kind of, giggles. About 15, 20 guys there.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, I said, hey, Paul, how's it feel to get your ass beat by a manager? Because you don't fucking belong in the business. You're a goddamn fucking mark. You ain't fucking shit, nothing but Luke Gallows' bag boy. By this time, everybody's barreled over laughing. I go back and and they're like, wash your hands off, Wicked. I go start washing my hands off. I get blood all over me. And then there's Luke Gallows. Gallows said, Wicked, what the fuck? You beat up my ride. I said, no, Mr. Gallows. I'll beat up your bag boy. I said, Mr. Gallows, Mr. Gallows, I've always had respect for you. We know the only reason why he got booked is because Mad Dog booked you and he showed up. And he's taking somebody's payday. I want you to know this. I've always respected you, Mr. Gallows. But marks don't fucking belong in the business. And that is a goddamn fucking mark. I don't give a shit what the fuck happens. You get him out of my goddamn fucking face. He's like, Wicked, man. I love you, man. I'll see you later. Please. Now, this is where the story gets amazing. After he's got his ass whipped, he has to walk out in front of everybody. There's still fans there. The ring's not taken down all the way. I get my $100 fucking payday. Then Paul has to drive all the way. They get an hour and a half down the fucking road and forget his fucking ID and his license are at the bar. Have to turn around and come all the way back another hour and a half back to the bar. Get shit, and then they fucking have a blowout 30 minutes down the road.
So he's nothing but a bad day.
It was nothing but it. Gallows,
Another birthday.
Gallows told me because I actually confronted Luke because after everything happened, after Gallows went to Japan shortly thereafter.
Hmm.
So we didn't see him for a little bit. When Gallows come back, I've always had respect
This
for him.
was actually about 15 minutes after the Great Power Udi incident, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, this was right after he got back from that, I think.
I told Gallows, I said, "Hey, how was your trip?" He said, "Oh man, I got some shit to tell you." Mike had already told me about everything that went on, but I said, "Hey, look, what's this about me, about Paulie with my ass?" He's like, "Man, I would never say that." I was like, "Good, Mr. Gallows. I'd hate to have to fight your big ass." Now Gallows is a little bit bigger than me, and
A
Gallows is
little.
looking up at me, and Gallows is just like, "Wicked, you want to go smoke?" I was like, "Yes, let's go smoke."
It's
Now
oh,
Paulie
good.
proceeds to instantly spin it and blocks me on Facebook because I didn't block him. He proceeds to go and start shitting on me as soon as he gets home.
I remember
Blocks
all
me
this.
on Facebook. Blocks me on Twitter for years. Like it wasn't until recently he somehow unblocked me. I guess he didn't think I was going to. When that was another story. Josh Storm got me pulled into that, and it slowly made its rounds. Like that next morning, my Facebook had probably 37 messages. My phone was blowing up. People were like, "Oh my god!" Now here's the thing about Paul Lee. A lot of people see this as a joke. They're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, he's just trying to be Paul Lee." Well, Nature Boy wasn't the original Paul Lee. What about Buddy Landell doing it? I'm like, well, here's the thing. Paul's wife fell at school and got hurt. That's where the money comes from. She sued the school that she worked at.
Mhm.
Paul Lee has no money. They have a fucking flea market in Georgia. That's all they have is a flea market in Ringgold, Georgia. He has that little shitty ass promotion where he pays guys $5 and $10, pays right back $4,000 to show up, or let's hope Ryback finally got his money.
He
Bill
better
Barron
have.
said has yet or not. See a lot, and it just starts blowing up, and he's painted fucking fans on the wall, and I'm getting, oh my god, I can't believe you do that. The thing about it was is people like to get paid,
Hmm.
and people like for him to pay them. I'm not working for fucking Paul Lee. Now, Tonka, I know that you have actually worked for Paul Lee.
I did work for Paulie, and he
How did that
was
go?
it didn't go well, and I almost did the exact same thing that you did, but it didn't go down. I was restrained by someone at the time, and it was probably for the best since it was at his promotion. But he suggested many a stupid thing to me, and then he tried to explain to me that I wasn't as I needed to try to work more like his son, who had been wrestling for about 15 minutes at the time. And
The Young Buck ripoff.
oh god, oh it was really hard. It was really hard. It was very close to a fight, but just to know, like, and that's another thing. Like everybody's done that with Paul Lee. We've all got to that point where we all wanted to hurt him. It's like I gotta slap the shit out of him. I've got to do something, and none of us did it. And then there came that day when he fucked with you.
Yeah, I just don't take shit. That's all there is. I mean, I've always been a tall, skinny guy, and then it's just, man, I was the bouncer that everybody wanted to fucking go underage to drink around, wanted to fucking do stupid shit around. So you learn very quickly. You always got to watch out for people like that. But
Yeah,
that ended up being, next thing you know, he's kneeing comedians and nuts. He's supposedly having some girl pull a gun on him. That was fucking fake as
I
fuck.
remember.
And then he fucking finds the Purple Heart and won't fucking return it to the fucking owners.
I remember that. That was
That's
weird. Oh,
fucking Paul Lee. That is Paul Lee.
yeah, Paulie found. Now, where did he find it? It, it was.
He does.
eBay.
No. He finds it on the Storage Wars type thing. He goes and he'll buy one that's about to get shut down,
Yeah,
and he'll take everything out of it that's worth money and sell it. And that's what he did. And he found it there.
and
A
he
Purple Heart.
he bragged about finding a Purple Heart on Facebook.
He
He
tried to sell it on eBay.
Yep.
yeah,
He tried to sell it.
He's he's ran for governor, or was it mayor? I think it was mayor.
He ran for mayor. He ran for mayor, and that was a whole thing too because he didn't even live in the jurisdiction. Hadn't lived there in 2.5 years. What
Yeah,
happened is his mom owns a house there, and he tried to say he lived there, and they're actually living 2 cities down.
V, you've done a little looking into the Paulie.
Yeah, he's my next video target, actually.
What what are some of the things that you may want to go? There's still one big nugget of awesome something that happened to Paulie that we haven't touched on just yet. But what's something that you've dug up on Paulie?
Well, I mean, there's the obvious. I found out the same thing, that he was lying about where he lived, saying that he was living at his parents' house. And actually, when he got questioned on it, he actually was like, "Oh no, I live in both of these houses. I travel back and forth." But I have no idea how he got fucking Flair to endorse him that one time. That's what I'm really trying to dig up.
Ric Flair
V,
enjoys
I will tell
money.
you, yeah, I will tell you. V, he paid him $10,000. He showed up 2 years ago. He'd already been using Nature Boy Paulie all the way up until just 2 years ago, and he paid him $10,000 cash to show up. And they posted that video, and that's all it was. He showed up. He didn't stay. As soon as he told that he was in Paulie, Flair got his shit and left. But he paid him $10,000 cash, right there.
That's fantastic, because he still proclaims that him and Ric Flair are personal friends.
Of course
Ric
he
Flair
does.
hates him. Dude, somebody, I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna say who. Somebody called him one night. Somebody that does really good impressions, a promoter. So I'm not gonna get him in any kind of trouble. We called Paulie one night because anytime I get around, the first thing anybody wants to do is call Paulie. Like, dude, let's call Paulie. Wicked's here. Let's call Paulie. Dude, I could have 17 people that I manage end up on the WWE roster. Nobody is ever going to give a shit except for me beating up the fan with the cane. I beat the fuck out of him when I split his head open, and beating up Paulie. That will forever be around me.
They always
Paulie does,
focus on the important shit, don't they?
but I felt that I did a service to the wrestling business, because those that don't live in the Southeast don't know he is a cancer. What he does, he shows up, and these younger guys trying to make names for themselves, trying to get signed somewhere. He'll take their money, because when he shows up, he demands to be booked. He demands to get paid $150. And fucking promoters will do it. Promoters will not pay the guys that they have trained, not paid guys that bust their ass every week just so they can bring Luke Gallows in and have Paul Lee ride with him and carries bags. That's all he does. He literally carries fucking Luke Gallows bags. That's it. Well, he doesn't anymore. No, Amber O'Neil hates him. Amber fucking hates Paul Lee. In fact, Luke barely likes him. Luke's like the fact he fucking gives him $850 to come hang out with him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson worked for GCW. It was Damon Christopher's last match. Now, I've known Ricky and Robert for years. And Robert Gibson's always been super cool with me.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky and Robert had just got flown out by a fan to Seattle that has a lot of old WCW merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy paid them $1,000 and paid for their ticket to fly out to Seattle to hang out with him for a day. He's like, they're like, man, you got a lot of nice gear. Where did you get all this from? He's like, oh, you know a guy named Paul Lee? Ricky Morton loses his shit. Ricky Morton's like, are you fucking kidding me? Ricky, I tell Ricky the story, as I've told your great listeners. By the way, we're huge fans of yours. Love the Rude Boy shit.
No, thank you kindly.
And he proceeds to tell them that this guy gets all this memorabilia from Paul Lee. Like Paul Lee, he pays Paul Lee money. He'll give Paul Lee $1,000, and he gave Paul Lee $2,000 to get Ricky and Robert to Seattle. He paid $2,000, then paid them $1,000, $500 apiece, and bought their air flight to go up there. I tell the story. Ricky Morton proceeds to take me around to every single person that's on the GCW roster. Most of them were there, and have me retell the story. He brings his son over that goes ringside with him sometimes, and made me tell the story. He's like, "Oh, that's a man. You fucking handle your shit in the goddamn fucking back. Don't let the fucking fans see it. Fucking handle your fucking shit. You got to police your own fucking sales. Ain't that right, Wicked?" I was like, "Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir."
Oh my God.
It was great. Everybody, of course, it being them, everybody just let me tell the story again. Joshua Hickman was right there. Doom was right there. And I'm telling the story again. David, who was the one I was originally taken up for, and it's spun out of control, was there. But nope. And the Rock and Roll Express want to hear your fucking story. You know what? You tell your Rock and Roll Express story. Robert Gibson always looks in my hands. Oh, yeah, you still got the rings on, kid. Yes, sir.
Ricky is friendly to everyone, but if Robert is friendly to you, you know that you've earned it.
Dude, they've always been golden to me. And to hear how elated they were that this happened. I mean, I can't tell you, like Tank of all people, Tank getting ready to wrap up his career, his storied career, one of the deathmatch guys that actually can wrestle and has made a damn good name for himself. Matt Tremont's coming to wrestle his last match against him. It's when guys like that hit you up and it's like, damn, dude, I can't believe you did. That's fucking amazing. And I tell you one thing, I can walk in the locker room if I'm like, man, if I get a beer, if there's fucking alcohol, dude, I didn't pay for shit for the next 2 years. Anytime we'd go out to party after the event, not a goddamn thing.
Oh,
And I told Paul Lee went on a shoot video and proceeded to say that I had jumped him, and proceeded to run my name down. Why I got a
jumped him.
Yeah, I jumped him. I
wow.
jumped him. I was like, who the fuck I jumped him with? I'm not fucking one man gang or one man crew. Like, yo, guys, take me away from Japan. I know I got my ass stuck over here. Somebody bring me back.
Well, I mean,
I expect you to get me booked.
I mean, do you really expect us to believe that you got one over on the Nature Boy by yourself? I mean,
no. God forbid a wrestling manager. And that's the thing is, like, back in the day, like, you guys know, Vamp, V, Grapple. We all know. Everybody listening to this knows. Like, we're all smart enough to know. Back in the day, you got your ass beat by a fan. Like, your ass was gone. You were blackballed.
Yeah, you're gone.
You got your ass beat by a manager that wasn't fucking Freddie Blassie or one of those guys. Like, you were gone. Like, they would get rid of you out of the territories. Like, they would reshuffle you like you were fucking Catholic priests, fucking little kids in the ass. Like, they were like, he is here, he is there.
You'll get
shut up. That was me. God, I had this huge dog.
That's Riley's problem. He really should have been a priest. That would have worked out so much better for him. He would have just had to go to a different fed.
Oh.
And dude, that was, I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of shit. And I have a mutual friend, Rude Boys, and I've never heard anything good about him. Not even, I heard that he was jacked. His work ethic was eh. And I take this guy's advice. When he says they're eh, I was like, ooh. And all of a sudden he's about to go to WWE, and now all this broke out. I was like, wow, how the mighty have fallen.
I thought he was amazingly mediocre.
You know what? Honestly, I thought he was all right in the ring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but all right. There are a lot of people you've trained. This goddamn business is riddled with people that are all right.
Exactly.
He did have a look though, and that look now is of a pedophile. So I think it's tarnished now.
Yeah. That is his problem. I think he would have fit into a tag team like fucking super easy in WWE. He would have made it. That's what's fucking sad. That guy would have fucking made it. He was the right size, had the right look. They would have done something with him. And it's a good fucking thing that, some shit came to light so that didn't happen. Right. Meanwhile, something that did happen, there is one video you can really find of Paul Lee from back in the day. And it's him jobbing to Michael Hayes.
Yes, I have that.
Dude, Hayes beat the shit out of him. Those are some stiff shots.
Hayes used him and abused him. Just fucking got over on his ass. Didn't give a damn about Paul Lee. Well, and that was probably about as bad as he got it up until he met you.
He looks like
I trained Shawn Michaels. Okay. No, the fuck you did. You didn't fucking train Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels didn't train Daniel Bryan. Get the fuck over yourselves.
Oh God, who is that? Who is that? Rudy Boy.
Rudy Boy Gonzalez. He's like Paul Lee, man. He's the Paul Lee of the South.
Rudy Boy makes you want to kick puppies and throw birthday cake. He's fucking obnoxious.
Just being around him can give you staph infection. Were y'all aware of that? You ever seen his jagged tooth where he fucking hit the ring post about 4 years ago?
Oh, he's that much ring awareness after fucking 25 years.
No, God, who was it? Who does William run around with? That's who knocked out his front tooth. God, used to tag with Robert back in the day.
No, but he got it knocked out for calling somebody the N-word.
Yeah. Don't drop the N-bomb, people. You might lose that front tooth.
That's right.
Yeah, that happens. Didn't Coco Beware give somebody the business over that?
Woo!
He would fuck you up quick over that shit.
I don't know what Coco was on at that time, but the incident you're talking about, holy shit, that's wrestling gets real.
That was violent as fuck.
But that's what happens. But that's the business. People always want to talk about, the alpha males and the testosterone in wrestling. It's everywhere.
Oh, it's everywhere. It used to be everywhere. Now everyone just kind of I don't know. It's different. Wrestling is really, really, really different now. And the only people who have like this kind of old school attitude, they're on their way out. And like on one hand, like there's elements of the new school that I'm okay with, but there's a lot of the old school going away that I'm really, really worried about. Because it's getting to be to where everybody should be able to get a chance. Well, no, not everybody should get a chance. It's fucking like
Absolutely not.
it just shouldn't be that way. Not everybody belongs in wrestling.
Let's let everybody get the belts for a while, and let's see
Yeah.
how it goes. We'll toss it around a bit.
Like if you look back, like there are plenty of wrestlers that we knew were great when we were growing up, but they never touched the world title. They never touched it. Now fans literally won't shut the fuck up until their favorite wrestler gets the world title, and it's obnoxious.
Dude, Roddy Piper is one of, if not the greatest heel of all time, and he never won the world championship, hardly won any other title. He's still the greatest, one of the greatest. It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, stuff like that. Simple stuff
Well,
like that.
it goes to things like Paulie. Paulie is paying to wrestle guys that he was never going to get a chance to wrestle because jobbing out, and he has that Mike Jackson syndrome. It's where at least Mike Jackson got to hang out with Austin Idol for a few years and live off that fame.
I mean, but
when
all
it
right,
comes
who's
to
better, Mike Jackson or Paulie? Because I think both
Mike
of them
Jackson.
kind of have the same problem. At least Mike Jackson is Mike Jackson.
Dude, Mike Jackson called me a nigger to my face, and I'm fucking Native American.
Really?
Yes, I told him, dude. I got a funny Mike Jackson story. So Mike Jackson asked me when I go into this angle at Peach State in Steel Cage. He said, "So your manager kid?" I said, "Mike Jackson, you fucking known me since I first got in the business." "Oh yeah. I think I remember you. Your brother was the Catholic guy." And I said, "Ryan Bishop." "Oh yeah, Ryan Bishop." Yeah, I was like, "Yeah," and so he asked me, "Can I work?" Well, we go into the steel cage match, and I proceeded to the fuck out of him in the steel cage match. I saw him lined up, and he looks at me, and Mike Jackson goes, "Oh my god!" And I hit him with a forearm shot that knocked his fucking old ass out. I'll give him this. I knocked him out on purpose. I told Shane Knowles I did it on purpose because when he dropped like a sack of rocks. I was going under. I was tapping out. I had fucking 750 paid fucking fans watching me tap out in a steel cage match. Mike Jackson didn't shit. I got ready to leave. Mike Jackson, he used to have this thing about paying people that he would keep the money under his nutsack when he wrestled. So he would try to keep like 10s and 20s that were soaked with his nutsack money. And Mike Jackson likes to get completely naked and
walk around
wash his
backstage
balls
completely
off the sink.
naked. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Wash his balls off in the sink. And I told him, I said, "Mike Jackson, am I manager?" "Yes, sir." I said, "Am I a fucking manager?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "If I ever hear you fucking call somebody nigger again, I'm gonna knock your fucking block off. Get the fuck out of this business. This fucking business is so much better off without you." And my ass fucking left, and I haven't seen Mike Jackson up until 3 weeks ago. When he
I was
avoided
gonna
me.
say this was like 4.5 years ago or so.
Yeah. Dude, he avoided me like the goddamn plague.
Yeah,
We were gonna
this
ship
dude,
him
he's like
back.
60 something.
Oh, he is six. No, they told us how old he was. He's 67.
Jesus.
67. Because they're like, "Oh, you sure does work good for 60." I said, "That's not work. That's wrestling."
Yeah,
There's a
this guy
difference between
he
working
still
for-
goes from show to show, and he will not go under. And he raffles off tickets to his thing before and after his match. It's a fucking catastrophe.
Dude, I
He's
was
another good
backstage.
example of something that's very wrong with independent wrestling.
But see, these are all Southeast examples because we work in the Southeast. V's up north. V sees this shit going too. I don't know if he's in the position in his career to where he can say it. I don't give a fuck.
Career.
I tell you, bro, I get fucking damn good fucking money for what I do. Goddamn, I don't leave my house for anything under $100 fucking dollars. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. So guess what? I'm at a point in my career where I can fucking do that, where I can sit on a pedestal and say, it's like the one. It's like, come on, motherfuckers, let's go. If you're a fucking jack off backstage, I will beat your fucking brains in. I beat up fucking Amos Moses 2 months after that because Amos fucking turned his back on me in the fucking promo. And when we come to the back, I told Dan Sawyer, I said, when Amos walks through these fucking curtains, I said, if he doesn't have a good reason why he turned his back and tried to fucking kayfabe my promo, I'm gonna knock his fucking block off. I said, Leon, turn the fuck around. Leon turned his chair around real quick. As soon as Amos comes back, I said, Amos, you're not fucking Paulie. What the fuck are you doing? Man, I just thought I could get some heat. And I fucking punched him as hard as I fucking could. And before he could react, I'd already fucking got on top of him. And they were pulling me off of him. I told Amos, I was like, Amos, God damn it, you made me do this. Amos stands up. Amos just fucking, his right eye's just gushing blood. He's like, whoa. Now, Amos will tell everybody that was the turning point in his career. He said, I needed a reality check and Wicked got it. And if you can fucking ask Amos Moses to this day, he said, I watched Paul Lee get his ass beat. He's like, Paulie deserved it, and I deserved it. And I said, well, there you go. You learned
That
something.
was early with him too. Unlike Paulie, who got it the ass end of his alleged career.
And I just
Paulie is a fantastic cosplayer, and I think that you need to respect that.
yeah, but have you ever seen him up close? He's had so much facial work done, dude. Like he is
He
getting
looks
to the
fucking
where he's
weird.
like,
What you mean? He
I'm ready
looked
for
that
a
way twice.
Oh my god.
It's his eyes. He has his eyes pinned back in his nose.
When he
Yeah.
gets some art, it's like a
Yes, and he has those fucking ugh.
He has big bug eyes too. Like he's like fucking cracked out.
Yeah, he's got really, really weird. I don't know. There's what's the best way to explain it?
It's a pinfall.
Yeah,
That's
It- it's
he
all
looks
the-
synthetic. That's what I'm
Yeah,
looking.
yeah.
He looks fake
Yes.
as fuck. Like
He
he
looks
looks
like
like
that
those
Indian
old fake
bodybuilder.
ladies. Yeah, yeah. There you go. He
you
looks
see
like
the Indian
an old
bodybuilder?
bodybuilder without the body.
Yep, exactly. Oh man, he is. I know this has become a Paulie rant, but that's pretty much what this is set up for.
Yeah,
And I can put you in the direction to several people. I know, dude. I know shit about Paulie that would fucking get his kids taken away from him. Hey, did y'all know that he has a disabled kid, and why his kid is disabled is from all the shit he put in his body throughout the years? Well, he has two disabled kids. One is the other though. Yeah, he has two disabled kids, and Lex Lee, which should be three. But
Lex Lee.
shit, Lex Lee. Oh God, I'll tell you a funny story. Lex Lee, when the Sevenfold Saints, when Clyde Braddock and Steven Styles were going in, we're going into Sevenfold Saints. We're supposed to wrestle the Young Lions.
And Steven Styles, he's wrestled with them for a long time.
Oh, I heard
They're
this.
friendly.
I heard this
Dude,
young lion story.
They dropped the belts. They just fucking refused to show up. Like they refused to show up against us. So I got in the fucking ring, and Shane Knowles just handed me a microphone. People know I don't cuss on the mic. I don't. But when I go out and I get a microphone and I'm heated, ask Billy Knight, ask UIW, I will lose my fucking shit on you. And I proceeded to let everybody know, because they were faces. We come in as heels. I said, you know what? Now you're going to have a second rate. And guess who ended up wrestling me? Amos Moses.
Oh,
Amos Moses. I'll
That's
take that
funny.
ass whooping for title.
oh
But that's what I'm talking about. Like when you tell your kids don't show up, we were at Monstrosity Championship Wrestling in Atlanta. I'd had a few drinks. It was a bar show, not an all ages show, and I had about 8 Red Bulls and vodkas. And we go out there, and Paul Lee. Well, actually, see, there's a guy in the Southeast named Nemesis, fat black guy. I had no idea who he was, and when I came up with the Wicked Nemesis name, I came up with Nemesis from Snatch and Wicked from the old Ice Cube song, because they used to always call me that.
Mhm.
When I played basketball, and I played basketball my entire high school career. And of course, I sit on the back of the bus and rap. I have an adopted black brother, so it was kind of like, well, Mike lives with him, so I guess Wicked's got to come along too. So they used to call me Wicked because they were singing the song to Ice Cube, Wicked, and they got the words wrong. I said, that's not how the words go. Oh, well, then sing it. I sing every word. So they're like, Wicked. So that's how I came up with that. So Nemesis confronts me about me calling him a house nigger. And I did. And I told him, I said, yeah, I did it. I said, because you're a fucking piece of shit. So we're getting into it. Simon Sermon steps in between it. He's like, look, you guys are going to fight. I said, you know what, Nemesis, I'll let you take the first swing, but after that, I'm knocking your fucking ass out. I'm going to beat your fucking brains in. Well, all this is going on Paul Lee, because we have caused quite a stir. Paul Lee is there wrestling as some type of zombie Ric Flair. That was Monstrosity Monster Championship Wrestling.
they had the deal with Six Flags too, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Yes, Paul was there. So Paul sees me. I just come back in from having this heated conversation with Nemesis. I come in and get on stage, and he sees me. He proceeds to take his shirt off and starts bowing up to me. And I'm like, are you kidding me? The drunker I get, the more I'm like, oh, this is it. So my last one, I put it down. And of course, Dan Sawyer's like, oh, it's almost time for the match. I'm like, oh, okay, let's go. We go out there. Paul Lee, by the end of the night, is coughing. I hear him, ugh. This motherfucker's fucking running pneumonia. Because here it is in December, and his ass has got the door open. Oh, they're hiding, walking in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, and out. End up getting fucking sick without a shirt on. Good job, Paul Lee. Fucking retarded.
Fantastic.
He's a fucking idiot.
That's just.
All
I
right.
mean, that's how it is.
There's still one more thing we haven't quite touched on that happened with Paulie, and this is fantastic stuff. Because anybody who has seen Paulie They know how happy he is about his robes.
I received. This is about 4 months after the Paulie incident. I received an anonymous. It's a mutual friend of Tonka and myself. Sent me a video of a man that's no longer with us, so I will say his name, Joey Kidman, and this guy pissing on Paul Lee's fucking robe right there. They fucking piss in the bottle, throw it all over. And actually, our mutual friend says, "Wicked, this is for you." He proceeds to kind of piss on it, but of course he gets pee shy. And then here comes Joey Kidman with the save a whole bottle full of piss and just throws it all over Paul's fucking robe.
Just doused it.
Goes every fucking where, dude. It was fucking so nasty.
Now,
Actually,
Then
some could say this is just conjecture, but there is a video of this. It does exist.
there is a video. Yes, there is.
Many have seen it. This happened.
I think was it you or World Famous Flea Market that uploaded that?
The flea market uploaded it.
Flea Market here recently, because that's whenever our mutual friend actually admitted to doing it, and I was
Yeah,
like, "Hey, you're the one that admitted it." That shit's funny, but and he had to go out and wear that robe that night. He hadn't even wore it yet.
This was
He was in the
before
main
he had wore it.
Imagine go out there, all those motherfuckers sweaty, everybody's pissed off at you, and they just pissed them on your robe, pissed all over your robe.
Walked to the ring covered in piss. Over as fuck.
That's when you get your bag shit in. I'm just saying. You can do the old David Young shit in somebody's bag and put padlocks all over it. That's the David Young special.
That's when it's gonna get heated up on the way home to find something to cut it open with.
Yep. You're going to end up losing that
Microwave.
bag and everything and just throw it all away. I walked in one time and David Young's taking a shit and quitting Michael's bag and he's like, "Wicked, what the fuck?" I said, "Mr. Young, I do apologize. Turn on the shower whenever you're done."
Clean it. Is David
That's
Young is
wrestling for you.
he's another good dude. Did he ever get a trial with WWE? I know he got the TNA and he did some stuff with
No.
like Ring of Honor and traveled, but he never even
No.
got a trial with WWE.
When Sonny Siaki had to have the surgery and retired from wrestling, that was kind of the end of David too, because Elix and David spoke. Yeah, he does the motion cap. He did for a few years. He hasn't done it in the last 3 or 4. But when Sonny Siaki had a surgery, for those who don't know, Sonny Siaki's brother was dying, and he gave up a kidney, and that was the end of Sonny Siaki's career. A lot of people know Sonny Siaki from being in the ring with Chris Candido.
You hear a lot of what happened to Sonny Siaki from people.
Dude, I can tell you exactly where he is. He's a fucking health fitness trainer in Marietta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. He put his career on hold and he gave his, like you said, he gave his kidney to his brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
His baby brother. Yeah. And that was it. And then David Young was like, "I'm done." And David made damn good money on the independent scene, and he had Tennessee where he could just go work next to him.
He did
could
go a
work
little
again.
bit longer with Elix Skipper, but again, like Elix is another case where like he just kept getting tag team partners that like they were just circumstances were pulling them away from wrestling. And so I can understand why he did end up kind of calling it quit. But David Young was really underrated.
Yeah, Elix Skipper to me was one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time.
He was obscenely underrated. Freak
Hell, I mean,
athletic.
look at the fucking spot at TNA when he ran up the damn steel cage and 6'5" steel. He said that was one of his easiest bumps he ever took. He
Yeah,
said he
that's
knew what he
still
was doing,
like
trusted everybody in the ring.
yeah, that's still something that like you could go back and you could look at now, and it's one of the most ridiculously just overblown spots like ever. Well, when I say overblown, it's like in your head where like it's like what can we do back here? Okay, I'm gonna do a like tightrope thing across the cage, and then land the head scissors, and that would be something nobody else would probably ever come up with. But like he went up there and he did it with such ease, and it looked so easy for him. That was awesome.
Yeah,
And
his one kryptonite was his microphone.
He wasn't that
Yes.
good on the mic, but we found ways around that for everybody else, have we not?
Oh no, absolutely. I'm just stating that I think
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
that
his
was-
line point.
It was.
I think that's a lot of people's kind of their weakness. Paul Lee was great, also being a former manager. Paul Lee was great, Paul dangerously. Paul Heyman was great about being able to. Let's not say anything good about Paul Lee's fucking podcast. He was great about hiding weaknesses and bringing the strengths forward. That's when you need a manager. That's one of those points to where there you go, Elix. Don't say anything. Go out there, look fucking amazing, we'll get the heat for you. Because if you ever also paid attention to Elix, even when he worked heel, he didn't use too many closed fists. A lot of open hand slaps, a lot of go back and kick and then give the opponent a second to get to. Like, he wasn't aggressive. Goddamn, Shark Boy was more aggressive than he was.
So,
Boy, he was also very underrated.
so do you want to hear what it says directly from Paulie's YouTube page?
Oh,
Paulie has
please.
a YouTube page.
Yeah, it's Paul Lee, and he has 54 subscribers.
Oh, well, that's funny.
And this video has 10,138 views. It has 28 likes and 60 dislikes.
What?
It's
What
it's
video is this?
Ric Flair endorses Paul Lee.
Oh,
Oh.
And so what it says right here in the description is Ric Flair endorses the real Nature Boy, Paul Lee as the new Nature Boy. Personally, okay, mind you, it's not spelled correctly. So personally, friend of Ric Flair, Paul Lee receives a gift from Ric Flair, a Sind NWA World Title belt to Nature Boy Paul Lee. That's what it says.
And of course, that belt is now residing in Seattle, Washington.
Oh, he sold it?
Yeah, he sold it. Yeah, that's one of the things that made dude. He has like a pair of Harley Race's boots. He has 3 or 4 Ric Flair robes. He has the guy has an NWA mark. It was just going down all the stuff he had, and he was like, "Where's he getting this?" And Ricky said, "Goddamn, Paul Lee gave it to him. Fucking sold it to him. I don't know. Fuck that motherfucker got it." And I was like, "Oh."
Yes,
That was a
Caitlin,
weird night.
we did mention that it was about 9 or 10 grand.
you know.
$10,000 cash. That's exactly what it was. I tell everybody, everybody's like, "Oh, he paid him about 8." I've heard 8. I've heard 20. No, it was $10,000 cash. I saw the fucking money with my own. Because somebody I know was like, "Look at this shit," and they fucking opened up the suitcase, took a picture of it, and sent it to me. Okay, I'll say it. Since he's retired, it was Tank. Tank took a picture and sent it to me.
Oh, that's money. It's just everybody. That's the thing. Everybody knows about this guy, and he's another example of someone who. It's not that he's good. That's not why he's been around so long. He's been around so long because people have just put up with him.
Well, he's willing to pay people to come work with him.
The money
He knows
doesn't
what to
hurt
pay.
to make people put up with you.
He gets that check every month for his wife.
He's buying wrestling memorabilia with his wife's fucking disabled chick.
I should really check out his YouTube page, see what we got here. We
Hey,
got
V,
two-
did you know that he actually paints his fans on the wall?
Yeah, have you ever noticed that, V? Have you looked at some of his advertisements? The fans are painted on the wall.
No.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
hilarious and depressing
Do you-
and amazing all at the same time.
Do you have a link that you could show me what you mean? Because that sounds
Amazing.
amazing.
He
Yeah.
has drawings of people painted on the wall to make it look like there's more people there.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Have you found it?
I'm not kidding you. I've never worked for Paul, but I've seen pictures of people with like,
Oh
wicked.
my God. Yeah, he does. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He does all these shit.
Did he fucking watch Star Wars as a kid and see like the cardboard cutouts? And he's like, oh, I could do it shittier.
Yeah. Hold on. Can you share your screen for a second and show everybody real quick? Because it is an extremely pathetic visual.
Yeah, sure. You know what? I'm looking at it through the Ric Flair endorses Paul Lee video too, so it's perfect, really.
This is one of the saddest things. You know,
But
when
it's one of those-
fans won't show up, you can just paint them on the wall.
Exactly. Like that. That's some bullshit, dude. Like there's a difference between being a hustler and just being a. Oh, there's Vamp.
Hi.
Hello. How are you? Very nice to meet you, ma'am.
Nice to meet you.
Is it working or no?
Oh, it's good.
Oh my god.
There we go. Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
I'm extremely happy I didn't take a drink.
Sorry about that.
By the way, that is Fifi. He dug
That
up
is Fifi.
fucking Fifi.
Like as in like his old manager, Fifi?
Yes.
As Ric Flair's, yeah. His valet. Valet.
Oh, sorry. Right. Valet.
Oh, look, you can see it perfectly.
Oh God.
Should I turn the sound on for this or?
Yeah, if you can.
Okay. Well,
Give us a little bit of his promo. Not enough to where he's gonna be like, I'm copyright striking it, because I have
That's
a feeling he's
copyright
gonna
infringement.
pitch a bitch about this.
well, I don't think he can. Like, I don't think this is like kind of like owned like that.
I'll give him this. His little stage walk to the ring thing. I like that. I've always liked those. They're not very safe, but I like them. But beyond that, this is a very sad arena.
Have you ever been to Ringgold, Georgia? Ringgold, Georgia smells like boiled hot dog water. Did you come across as soon as you pull up to the city, you're like, I said, Angie, you smell that? She's like, is that boiled hot dog water? That's Ringgold, Georgia.
Dude.
Can scoot back a little bit.
Did
Did
you
you
see
see Rick as he
Rick just
looked
give
around
him-
for a second?
Yes, he
Like,
just gave him that look like, oh, this is.
he's pointing like, are those fucking people painted on the wall? Is that what the fuck that is?
Looking at it like, are you kidding me, dude? Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you kidding me, dude?
I was paid a lot of money to be here.
And
Exactly,
it
that's
still
all it is.
wasn't enough.
10,000 wasn't enough.
Dude, look, Ric Flair, every time I've seen him, even in the dying days of WCW, when allegedly that was the lowest of his low,
He at least put on a jacket.
he put on a jacket and he put on a fucking face like he was the Nature Boy and he was
This
happy
is
to be
like
there.
I'm getting ready to go play golf after I'm done with this.
Yes.
This is
Or he
casual
did it.
Friday Ric Flair. I've never seen this.
Dude, this is
That's
I'm
how
about to
little
go
he
look into
cares.
this directly after this segment.
He ain't flying a fucking jet today. He don't give a damn.
You ain't getting shit from him.
Fucking Paul Lee looks like
Oh my
Vince
god.
Neil's
There's
drugged up friend or
People
something.
painted on the wall of the background.
Yeah.
And he thought that was going to be a good effect.
B, I'm telling you, dude, you're falling down a rabbit hole you may not come back from.
Yeah, there's so much Paul Lee.
Is that what
shit,
happened to
dude.
him?
This is what I was trying to tell you. You don't need to make this video last week. You didn't know enough yet. There's so much. There's so much.
Oh god. It's like
This
every
is
time
an amazing character.
Paulie is pro wrestling.
This is what happens when like that, I don't know, like Grimm's Toy Show people. This is what happens like 20 years ago when there was no toys.
I want to take a moment and really absorb all of this in. How old is Paulie? Like can we get like around what
I
age?
don't know if we
A
do
57.
have a 57?
Okay, so this is a 57-year-old man being crowned as the new Nature Boy. So what is he? Is he like supposed to take this like new like fucking moniker because now he's officially the new Nature Boy and like
Because it's
have
time
another
to be the
20
new
years?
something when you're about to hit the twilight of your life.
I mean, he's almost as old as Flair. Like it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Oh my
I'm telling you, Paul Lee heard the song Back in the High Life again and took that shit seriously. Damn you, Steve Winwood.
How long has he been doing this gimmick, by the way?
He started in 98. Started using it, and actually Jim Cornette actually like let him work Smoky Mountain Wrestling at one point when he
As
was
the
starting
Nature
to
Boy?
do this. As it was starting to wind down.
You
So
know what?
the last year of Smoky Mountain, he worked there, and he said, "Well, fuck, he lived in Ringgold. He lived right there." He said, "I know that the boys hated him. Hell, that just got put up not too long ago when they were talking about it. It's on fucking Arcadian Vanguard."
I
There you
actually
go.
just saw him work a GFW match, like I think a year or two ago, and I was
Dude.
like, Jeff Jarrett would hire this guy or let him work in his ring. And it's like, oh well, it's Jeff Jarrett. That actually kind of makes a bit of sense. That's why they're in the shape
Jeff
that
Jarrett
they're.
needed money. Do you know he was selling that gold at the time?
I
That
was
in
about
the
to
middle
say,
of the gold rush.
Gold,
wasn't cutting it.
Oh my God, you turn your fucking wrestle promotion into a pyramid scheme. At least Paul Lee didn't do that. Has he done that?
That's not true. Our pyramid is a rectangle.
Goddamn circle.
Like if you look at you look at how many rows you have here for the packed house from Paul Lee. Like he'll talk about in his fucking commercials. He'll be like, "We have ringside seats." Well, fucking look at how much room is there, like between ringside and the wall.
There's
Between
only ringside. seats.
and the people mural.
Yeah, but you know what? You say that, but like they don't even have enough people there to fill up the ringside seats.
There's
Like, there's empty chairs.
He
No, dude,
runs a
there's-
show. He runs Thursday night. That's another thing. He did that on purpose so he could take bookings on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays if need be. So he runs Thursday nights. Dude, the average, and I know this, the average is 25 people. 25 people.
So I just want to get this clear. I want to get a full like zoomed out picture of this. This is a 57-year-old glorified cosplayer who paid his idol, who he's impersonating, to come down, watch his impersonation in front of 25 people and 25 empty seats, and he paid him $10,000 to do so.
Yep. Back in the high life again. Pick Steve Winwood. We can blame Steve Winwood for this.
That makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, I foolproof plan. Way to spend money.
And I mean, who wouldn't want to impress their wallpaper?
I totally wanna impress my wallpaper.
Yo, they are marking the fuck out in the back there, though. Look at this.
Hanging from the rafters, 18 inches apart.
Do you think like Ric Flair entered, like he walked down that aisle and then he just thought like, I fucking main evented with Kerry Von Erich.
I packed Texas Stadium, and I'm now literally in some jack-off's garage.
We couldn't get 50 people in attendance here tonight.
Dude, I talked to Larry Goodman about this because Goodman instantly, as soon as that happened, he's like, Wicked, I think you might want to see this. So Larry Goodman, respected journalist, he said that Paulie came up to me, he's like, yeah, we got about 125 in here, Larry. Larry said, look around and kind of 25 people, and he was like, do they have 100 people herded off somewhere?
They have 100 people plastered on the wall, yes.
Do you know what would have really made this moment credible? If Ric Flair and Paulie did the doink spot from WrestleMania.
Oh my god.
That would have breathed new life into this segment. It would have been over.
Will Dink come out?
We need a Dink Flair. By the way, Failure just joined us. The
Hi,
Failure
Failure.
accomplished.
Hey, what's going on, Failure?
Failure, how you doing, sir?
I think he's getting his stuff set up.
What's happening, guys?
Hey,
How's it going? He's kicking Paul Lee when he's down.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Tonka and I are
is that
kicking the
all-
entire South.
From what I understand about this guy, that he's down all the time.
Yeah, I was about to say, when has he been up? Like, when has he been on the high swing of life?
oh, there was that one time when Michael Hayes kicked his ass. That was.
That was pretty cool.
Hey, remember that time Jim Cornette fed him to the Warlord? Yeah.
There was that too.
Oh, the
So-
warlord.
So Wicked, you now get to go around telling people that you beat the officially endorsed Nature Boy.
The new one.
The new.
Really official if you had to pay the guy to do it.
Here's a question.
Yeah, I
wanna
got paid
throw this-
$100 to whip his ass. It was amazing.
I gotta throw this question. Failure. Have you ever seen Ric Flair in such pitiful fucking attire?
Oh, it's bad.
Doesn't he
No.
look like he's about to go play like a few rounds of golf?
He's
after
dressed
done with
like
this?
Bill Dotrieve. What the
Look,
fuck?
he looked more dignified when he used to do that thing in WCW where he would take off all his clothes.
Yeah, the fucking socks and boxers look cooler than this.
Do you remember in WCW when they sent him to an asylum?
Yes.
Yeah.
That storyline was more dignified than this. Right now,
Where they buried him. Where they literally buried him.
yes, I was about to
Yeah.
say, right now, Ric Flair is like, I wish I would have stayed buried in the fucking...
V, can you spin him around so we can get a good look at how fucking sad he is right? This is sad.
Yeah, let's...
Find a point where he's turned around toward it.
No, I think he's intentionally looking away from the camera. It's like...
Ric Flair can't find the hard cam. I call bullshit.
No, you know
Work
what
the hard cam, Rick. Work the hard cam. I got
Ric
it on
Flair
time.
is bouncing off the ropes impatiently.
You know
I
what
like-
this is like? This is like when somebody does porn for the first time, but like they don't want anybody to know it's them. They really need the money, so they just kind of like turn away from the camera. That's what Ric Flair's doing right
He
now.
doesn't want anyone to know he was actually here.
I really like an indoor show where you could clearly tell that it's daylight outside.
Well, no, I don't know
Running
if you've
3 o'clock
noticed
in the
this,
afternoon.
Failure.
Failure. Look at the back wall.
I see. I see. I'm
You see the
not.
lovely mural that the guy is talking to? He's
Yeah.
not talking to the people in the seats off to the right.
See, that's
He's
what
talking to his wall.
I noticed is fucked up. Look at how high his head is. He's looking at the fucking wall.
He is.
He's got a promo at the wall.
Oh god, he's like that teenage girl that sings into her hairbrush in front of her mirror.
He is that fucking girl. But also, just want to point it out, failure. In his advertisements for his show, this man has the fucking nerve to sell you a ringside seat for $10 more. Do you see his fucking garage?
Yes. You ever seen the movie The Comedian with Robert De Niro?
No, we like good movies.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, he's really obsessed with like a Tonight Show type of like Johnny Carson type of guy, and he sets up like a little mock like stage in his basement with like guests and stuff like made out of cardboard. At one point, he's like, "Ma, I'm trying to do a show down here." I just imagine this guy.
This is that with a budget.
Oh my god, that would really make this if like his mother just came like
Paul,
downstairs.
Paul, come for dinner. Ma, I'm here with Flair. I'm gonna be the new Natureboy. Let me know.
Oh, Ric Flair's here! I told you I'll come down! The
Mom,
goddamn
don't
fucking
embarrass
boss is
me!
off the door.
I paid him to be here, Mom.
Gosh.
Bring the pizza rolls.
Can we just address the fact that Fifi looks the best of everybody in there?
She really fucking does. Like I'll be honest, I'd still give Fifi a day in court, even now.
Dude, look, I worked a show with Fifi 2 years ago when it was a benefit show for tornadoes when they come through Griffin, Georgia. Fifi was in that exact outfit and had spaghetti sauce all over her. She's still more dignified than Ric Flair.
Like really, right now he is in his fucking like what are those like South Pole cargo shorts from Walmart and a fucking
This
like a
is
granddad shirt.
This is called the I don't give a fuck, pay me look. And it's working because I believe that he's going to leave directly after this and never look back.
I'm miserable
Paul.
to know that he
Paul.
even owns these clothes.
Paul, are you gonna invite your friends over for some lemonade? No, Mom. I'm about to be the champion. Leave me alone.
Dude, that $10,000 should buy a lot of Izod shirts.
No, Mom, Flair's here. I'm gonna be so over.
The Muriel is not going to believe this.
The
Mhm.
Muriel.
The
The
fucking-
Muriel.
I'm sorry.
He named the mural the Muriel.
Fuck you. I tried to say the word. I didn't say it right. I tried to.
No.
recast
I
it.
like thinking that maybe he named it, so when he's referring to it, it sounds like
That was
Muriel,
not
come
my
here.
thinking. That
Like
was not my
they're
thinking.
still in the house, so Ric Flair has to like change in his like childhood room,
I
little trophies and shit.
Look, Rick, it's just like you left it.
man,
Nothing's changed.
but he looks through the room and there's like this really unsettling shrine behind like a bunch of like flare robes.
See, like going to fucking Paulie's house. It's like the that fucking scene in Ace Ventura when he goes to Ray Finkel's house.
Yeah.
Fucking
Mine
robes
is
out.
Oh man.
Ric Flair's not
It's
going to
funny.
turn around.
It is funny, but it's so depressing to work in the Southeast, man, and have a guy like that.
I want to
Fans
see
just
someone
want
walk
to.
through the door, look at the ring, and just turn around and walk back out.
Nope,
Are
wrong
you
show.
saying nope? Yeah, just nope.
Just come in and be like, oh my God, Ric Flair.
I'm just gonna wait for Ric Flair outside.
What are you wearing? Well, yeah, this is like there are plagues all around wrestling, all kinds of different little viruses and horrible things that have infected the wrestling organism.
Oh wait, are there people coming in? I see some people coming
They were thinking about it,
in.
and then they saw fucking.
Oh, they zoomed in. You could get a really good feel of that now.
That's the same look. That's the same look I saw from people when they would walk into a bar and we had like a fucking stand-up night going. They're like, "What's going on here? We just came for some drinks. We didn't know that there was gonna be shitty stand-up going on."
We didn't know there was gonna be a fucking loud, crazy shit.
I didn't know that Ric Flair was gonna be here. Who's
Wait,
the other
Flair
old
found
man?
the camera. Flair
Yeah,
found the camera.
Not for nothing. Like they really could have just hired a Ric Flair impersonator.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Because,
there we
like,
go.
You would be none the wiser. Like
Yeah, he
Yeah.
convinced all 7 of those people.
Dude, he looks like a melting wax figure of Ric Flair.
He really fucking does.
He looks like a wax figure that they just sold off the Hall of
Yeah.
Presidents. I think they sold off a Ric Flair wax figure. We didn't know it.
But
Look at how fucking happy he is.
I kind
I
of feel
bet
like
there must be Ric Flair impersonators because I remember there was a guy around us that used to be a Hulk Hogan impersonator, like with all the fucking full gear and shit.
Oh, how about one warrior nature?
Impersonator right there, but he's so fucking shitty. He's got to get the real Ric Flair to show up and tell everybody it's okay. And by everybody, I mean the 7 people who showed up in his garage.
Dude,
Oh,
now
no,
look,
there's
if you
empty
pay Ric
seats.
Flair, dude, you pay Ric Flair $10,000, you expect more than 25 fucking people to show up. Like legit, come on.
That's what's blowing my mind. Ric Flair. You couldn't get more people in your garage, and you hired Ric fucking Flair.
Well, do you
Here's
think
what's
maybe
sad.
that was part of the stipulation? Like he was like, okay, listen, I'll do this for $10,000, but there has to be under 20 people there, and I'm not going to look at the fucking camera.
No, I think
I
he's like,
don't
I'll put
want
my
anyone
jacket
to
on if
know.
someone shows up.
I want to
I
have
want to eat
some
green
tonight.
M&Ms.
We got like 38 people watching right now. We got a bigger audience than they do.
Excuse you.
Yeah, we've
Look at
already
all the
went an
people over
hour,
here.
talked about the fight and everything. We're now staring at fucking fan wallpaper and Paulie with grinning ear to ear as fucking Ric Flair stands there in his fucking granddad outfit.
You know
We
what's
still got
weird
more
about
viewers
this?
than they do.
He's
What's
gonna
really-
take his grandkids to the park after this.
Ugh.
What's really great about this is that he's just sitting there like strutting around and like he's all giggity and happy, and fucking Ric Flair is like, I want to die.
He does.
Like he's just looking like he's seen the error of his ways. He's like, this is not.
Right now, he's just like, he's
This
just
is-
looking at
this is
PC
the
like he
moment.
held up pretty well.
This is the moment Ric Flair regretted his decision of accepting that check.
Did you guys ever see like The Dark Knight? Like when he goes, "That's not what I meant when I said I wanted to inspire people." This is exactly what's going through his mind.
This is that feeling. This
I
is
feel like this is one of those binds that has the song, the Yes song, bow, bow, bow. I was like, to be continued. Something bad's about to happen.
It does feel. God, dude, this is the saddest. Like, I didn't know Ric Flair even owned these kind of clothes. And Paul Lee looks like the happiest roadie you've ever seen. Like, he cannot stop smiling. He's so happy with himself at this shit.
Dude, I swear to God, everything. If you guys tweet out to Paulie right now that you guys are talking to me, he will block every fucking body on the stream and then proceed to bash this fucking stream. Send this stream to everybody that's a mark for him and have
Vamp.
him go and troll him.
Vamp, tweet Paul Lee and see if he wants to come on.
I would
I don't
love to have an opportunity to talk to Paul.
I have fucking Val Venus following me. All he talks is just about pot and fucking pop.
That's all Valvinus wants to talk about.
That is all he ever talks about.
That's all he cares about anymore is pot and Pizzagate. It's awesome.
Val Venus still owes me $5 for some weed.
Shit.
When
Oh,
Val
I mean,
Venus says he's gonna come by and smoke your weed, you just
Hold on. What is Nature Boy's fucking handle on Twitter?
Oh my god, at Real Nature Boy.
There you go. Okay, tweet him and say, "Would you like to come on our show right now and speak and defend yourself from the
Before-
wicked nemesises accusation? How do you? What is the?
Nemesis is because you're saying it's his
It's-
accusations.
Nemesis.
Yeah, it's not plural. It's possessive. Yes.
Right.
So nemesis is accusations.
Masai.
Nemesis. would be-
Nemesis is plural.
Yeah.
Is that
Like if there were multiple nemesises, that would be a nemesis.
Yeah.
But if we're like that's Nemesis's dog, then that's correct.
Don't you do that little thing like where you put like a little thing at the end? And
Oh, dude, I feel. Wait, hold on. I feel so bad for him. Like it just you can hear in his voice that it killed him to call Paulie the real Nature Boy. Like I feel like I died a little bit after hearing that.
Ric
afterwards.
Flair has aged 4 years since he came down that ramp, as you can see right now.
And he'll probably
Also,
age
hold
another
on,
8
guys.
before he leaves.
Let me pull a Miss Cleo real quick.
Mhm.
I predict that Paulie's not going to come on here and talk.
I don't know.
Call me crazy. Call
He
me
will
crazy.
block everybody. Dude, he will block all you guys on Twitter, and then he
He's
will
gonna-
proceed to start sending his trolls out here to start trolling the damn stream.
Yo, all 7 of them?
All 54 of his
All fucking
subscribers?
7 of them
I don't
come?
think
I get more heat by having Ian Miles Chong retweet my stuff.
Well, you
Yeah.
also have heat because you like Roman too. So
That's true. I
It
don't
is
give a
that.
shit. He's pretty.
Do you think right now he has like a good 2-inch heart on right now? Just
Send him a tweet. Just
You tweeted it.
oh,
you
he
told me
replies,
to,
let him
so
know.
I did. I'm
Just,
good.
yeah, get him the link if he wants to. But I've
I
got
told
this
him to
crazy
message you, but
feeling.
you would have to actually follow me, and I refuse to follow him.
All right, if he does a show, we'll try to wrap this up around 6:30, 7:30, whatever the time is, depending on where you are. So we still got a good 10, 12 minutes here. But if he shows up, fuck, party's on for another good couple minutes, I imagine. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. I would fucking die if he would show up on here. I would just let him and Wicked go. I don't even give a shit. It would be money.
Oh, where's money? I promise you that.
I would
Yeah.
ask for a tag in.
That like tag V. It's a hot tag.
People are just liking the tweet.
See, yeah, everybody, link that tweet in the chat. Get people to like it up. Maybe he'll be like, "Oh, attention," because he does enjoy his
I
attention.
was about to say, like, when you said that he wasn't going to come in here, I don't know. I mean, free publicity? I mean, that kind of sounds like it's right up his alley.
Yep.
From everything that I
party-
can see of this guy, he seems
Oh.
like a complete attention whore who doesn't know his own age, or actually, he's pretty much
God.
oblivious to everything.
What is the chat room saying? Anything? Or are they just like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, the chat room saying things, I imagine.
Yeah. The chat's always saying things.
Idiot says he popped a Cialis.
Oh, God damn.
He has two.
Had to
How
get
does he
up
have
to
so
get
many-
down.
How does he have so many like Twitter followers? Did he like fucking pay for those too?
Yeah, he paid for it. He
Really? That's
bought the 1250 package.
that's kind of
It
sad.
also says the real Nature Boy. So people are like, oh, well, clearly that's the real. It's
People
weird.
are retarded. They'll just kind of follow people. But then again, there's also people who will hate follow people. I hate follow a few people on Twitter.
Adrian Blom,
Hey,
there is
aren't
no
you
videos
following
of me
me?
wrestling. They were all destroyed in the Great Purge.
The great meme war of 2018.
It's not a good line. He has some Jello wrestling videos still lying around.
Oh yeah, all the Jello wrestling.
I've
Hold
seen it.
on. Oh, since we're on here, real quick, I remember on a previous stream, I was asked by somebody if I had ever beat anyone up in the ring, and I said that I didn't because I thought the answer was that I didn't. But then the first fucking one that Failure apparently found when he looked me up was of me beating the immortal shit out of someone. So, but he broke my nose before I did it.
I'm
So,
pretty
yeah,
sure
I
I know the
Do it,
exact
but
one.
he
you're talking
broke
about.
my nose.
So, to be fair, he was fucking green as fuck, had no idea what he was doing.
And he broke my
was-
fucking nose.
yeah.
How about I was being nice until he broke my fucking nose? That
What was
should
one of the
Wow,
most?
Tonka, I
He tried
can't
to
believe you took
he
advantage.
tried to pick you up for a power bomb, but he wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, he wasn't
So-
strong enough to pick up my gargantuan ass, right?
Oh yeah.
Fuck
Well,
him.
you are. Well, I mean, you are fat, so.
Fuck you. But yes, all right. There was like 1 or 2 times that things may or may not have happened. Also, where is Paul Lee?
I know.
He's so easy to find on social media when he's trying to, be like, "Hey, little girl, I have more Facebook followers than you do." That was one story I heard about him where he was yelling at some girl that was like 15. Like I know her is the Kaylin in the chat over here. He was trying to tell her, "Oh, I've got more Facebook followers than you do." And so it's like, "Oh, really? I'm 15, you're a pro wrestler for the past 20 something years.
You've been quote unquote wrestling in rings longer than I've been breathing air.
You're an alleged wrestling star."
But do you think that he really believes that, or this is just something he wants everyone else to believe? Like, do you think he's delusional enough to think that he is something?
Yes, he is. He
Oh,
does not
oh,
live that. He
Tonka,
plays that
you
game
got
all the time.
Something on Discord by the Jack Dunham.
Okay, I'll get that. What were you saying?
Wait, this was the draw probably because Ric Flair was there. What's the normal draw for one of these shows?
Oh, no.
Ric Flair's impersonator is usually there.
Wallpaper and some change.
Including the wallpaper, I think there might only be about like 30 to 40 people there.
Wicked. When Luke went up there, how many people did they get?
Oh, when Luke was there, they were pulling 75. He was working on a regular basis. Luke
Oh.
Gallows out through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but this was before he returned to WWE, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
he
it
was
was.
pretty hot on the Indies. But it's just amazing to me that fucking Ric Flair couldn't pack out this.
Well, I'm sure that it has less to do with Ric Flair and more so to do with the fact that, you know, it probably wasn't what's the word? It probably wasn't promoted all that
Ric
much.
Flair is already halfway up the
Ric Flair
ring, walking around with that belt in the ring.
Ric Flair knows that he wants to get the fuck out of there.
Missy Hyatt's dirty Ric Flair secrets.
Paul
I have
Lee
not
was going to
watched
try to buy his way onto the Bullet Club too. By the way,
What?
That would have been fantastic.
No, wait, stop. What was
No, wait, hold on. If they would have let him make a Bullet Club robe and then told him, yeah, we were just fucking with you, that would have just been, oh, that would have been ideal, really.
there was a conversation about.
you gonna get
him-
me copyrighted? Hold on.
Oh, should I take this off?
Probably. Well, it can play into like thing. Whenever you notice the part where he gets his ass whipped, let me know when he starts slapping the shit out of him about halfway through, and I'll show you again. Because it is pretty great to watch him start smacking him around.
Do you want me to, like, fast forward?
Oh, you're good. But Lex Lee tried to buy his way into the Bullet Club.
No, Paul.
Paul
tried to
Paul
buy his way
did.
into the Bullet Club.
Oh, that's an
Paul,
even
yes.
more amazing story. Okay, go ahead.
Dude, the
I
Young
heard it was
Bucks fucking
Lex.
hate the Young Lions. The Young Bucks
can't
hate
imagine.
the Young Lions.
I can't imagine.
Hate them.
It's because of the Young surname. It's really a battlefield out there.
So you can't be the young
Don't
anything.
think it was like
Well,
think
it's
it was
not
like Animal
that, dude.
Kingdom
The
now.
Young Lions are legit, like, they are fucking Young Buck ripoffs to the nth degree. Like, the dad is not original, nor are the sons. By the way, that's, like, yeah, I'm going to
I
present
mean,
again.
While
Pause the screen real quick.
Sure thing.
Okay. Oh, goddamn. Why? It's got to pause on it. Go back a few seconds to where we're showing Paul Lee. Just so everybody can see how fucking weird he looked when he was young. He was like AIDS Bobby Eaton.
Yes.
Yes.
God, that's so perfect.
yes.
That's perfect.
Oh god.
Oh,
Look at Teddy Long.
Fucking Teddy. Teddy looked like AIDS Teddy back then. It was
Dude, Teddy didn't have his tooth in up front anymore at the time.
God, I'm trying to
Yeah, his
get
shit
a
fixed.
shot of fucking. Oh wait, hold on. There's like a close up of his face before he gets in the ring.
Oh. Yeah, let's get a good shot of Paul's mug here. Like for real, Michael Hayes beat the shit out of him in this match.
Yeah, but I've seen him in general, and I kind of want to beat the shit out of him. So
Oh, that mustache.
That's a pretty serious mustache.
That is a very serious mustache.
It is not a
killed
Dan
off
Severn
the-
mustache.
What killed off the 80s mustache?
The
Dan
pedophile
Severn did.
gimmick.
the 90s.
Yeah,
I
the
was gonna say pedophiles.
yeah, saying pedophile stash shit got made up.
Number one answer: pedophiles.
Number one answer is pedophilia.
Pedophilia.
I still say Dan Severn's mustache killed all the other mustaches.
It really did. That was a badass mustache.
Dan Severn has the greatest mustache in the world.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. As a kid, for some reason, like I watched Friends a lot, and I could have swore that Dan Severn was what was fucking Monica's boyfriend on that show. I can't remember.
Oh, you talk about Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck. Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
Tom Selleck as
Yeah.
Dan Severn, or not Dan Severn. He looked like Don Fry.
Well, he didn't have a
Oh, God,
mustache
yeah.
during that thing, right? He
Mm.
shaved his mustache then. Why the fuck we talking about Friends? Huh?
Well, I mean,
Well, we were talking about Dan Severn when he
we're
was.
waiting on Paul Lee to get a fucking sex change so he's man enough to come in here and have a little chit chat dialogue with us, have a little powwow.
Fucking white.
Someone in the chat said he's whiter than me, and that's impressive.
Oh
Like
my god.
he is the anti of what you want as a wrestler. But like, here's what's funny: as much as he tans and jacks himself up with shit now, look at him when he was actually getting a chance to wrestle with Michael Hayes on television. He looks like a fucking mall rat from the 80s. That's a problem. By the way, he's got 2 more minutes to get his happy ass in here before he loses to Wicked again via forfeit. This is gonna be 2 times.
Dude, I told him anytime, any place. If word has been told to his fucking face, I told him, I said, we can fight, we can wrestle, we can do it for charity, whatever. I said, Paul, any fucking time. I said, I just want to fucking finish off what I started. I'm telling y'all, he would have lost that fucking nose. He'd have lost, not my ass may have been in jail, but I'd have done the fucking time. I'd have eat his fucking nose. I don't even fucking eat pork. And
You
I'd
would have
have
went
chewed his
full
fucking
Ming
nose
on
up,
him.
shit that shit out.
Full Haku. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That's why the joke was going around a couple months ago about me being the Haku of professional wrestling managers.
It's just fucking, it's legit. You fucking, there's, I don't know, there's maybe one or two other guys who aren't wrestlers that are involved that you still don't want to fuck with. But you're a quick one that comes to mind, a very prominent one, because one, you're not a small guy, and two, you have a giant mohawk, so it's very easy to remember you.
Isn't there a Jack guy you just don't fuck around with?
Jack?
So this is the video you guys were talking about before.
Oh, the P.
Yeah.
You?
Rest in peace, Joey Kippen.
You Jack?
Oh, the New Jack guy?
The new Jack guy?
Yeah, you probably don't want to mess with New Jack either.
Mm.
Probably
Oh,
don't
God.
want to do that.
Christ, no. Oh, I'll tell you a New Jack story really quick. I was at NWA Anarchy. New Jack shows up, and before New Jack gets there, they pull me aside and they're like, Wicked, do not fucking get high with New Jack. Don't smoke with him. I was like, okay. Of course, they're like, don't smoke with him. He shows up, he comes like a goddamn tornado, runs over the Berg. He's like, Berg, who's holding? Who's holding? Everybody's sitting around. And of course, everybody looks at me. And I'm like, y'all fucking stooges. He runs over to me. He's like, Nick, you got to smoke? I was like, yes, sir. He's like, come smoke with me. Now, I'm getting ready to walk to the ring with Skira Corvus. My music hits. We're smoking a joint about as big as my middle finger. And he said, you with me, they'll play your music again. You know what they did? They played my music again.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! It's a good Sportster video. 10 wrestlers we didn't know were gay. I wonder
God, I hate
what
the
that
fucking
was
I
Sportster.
hate
like.
Forster.
I love the Sportster. The
I've got-
Sportster is nothing but good lists.
Nothing
Failure.
but good lists.
Failure. You can go fuck
What?
yourself.
Hey, everybody who's looking forward to the Global Force takeover of Impact, here's what you guys have to look
Yeah,
forward
just
to.
remember, whenever, you're also happy about Global Force taking over Impact. They fucking booked Paul Lee, motherfuckers.
Are they still
And
selling
whatever the
gold?
excuse is, there is no excuse good enough for that.
There is.
Are,
And
are they still selling gold though?
are they still selling gold? Is Global Force Gold still up and running?
Yeah, I think they actually sold it all to Paulie. That was the part of the stipulation.
Ugh.
You come
All right,
wrestle for
well,
us.
hold on.
You take all of our gold. All
Hold
of it. No
on.
questions asked.
It's 6:31. I'm gonna look at Twitter again one more time, just in case he's fucking late. No, he's not just fucking late. He's just still a coward. Well, since he's still a coward, can you play the video of everyone pissing on his robe to play us out?
Yeah, sure thing. I could most definitely do that. Oh God, it's
This
bad.
sad motherfucker.
Did he just? Oh.
He's not like, I mean, I knew that he was an impersonator basically, but like,
No, he's straight
Like-
up gimmick infringement to the nth degree.
right? But you would think that if you're going to like steal something from somebody, you'd at least, I don't know, do it good.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to impersonate someone else, you should at least be good at it.
Yeah, let alone like if you're trying to impersonate the fucking greatest of all time in the eyes of a lot of people.
I'm gonna do a gimmick. I'm gonna be Stone Cold Mark Hansen. I'm gonna. fire him with the-
You'll be
I'm
old.
trying to get the tweet signal boosted.
Hold on, let me find this.
There it is.
Do you want
like
with
this
sound or
one.
without sound?
I think with the sound you can tell you can hear Mr. Gallows.
We can get sound.
He's gonna add sound. Give him a second.
Good.
No, we don't hear any sound, but it's okay.
Oh well, the visuals are enough.
It's your boy Paul Lee.
Oh, there we go. That works.
Is he coming?
No.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
There's,
Oh,
oh no.
That's not where a robe belongs.
That's
That's
a
not where a
bottle
rope
full of
belongs.
piss.
No,
It's a bottle full of piss.
no.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I think we got a round of applause for being wicked on that one.
Oh,
Oh, definitely.
Same here.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
that's. Oh, go
I
ahead.
woke up to that in my inbox.
That's
No,
amazing.
And
somebody
the
had
full-
sent
the
that
full
to me
video,
a while back too.
The full video. No, that's the edited one. Like, there's like you can see a couple of guys' faces in that. Luckily, they were edited out. Anybody knows that fucking Jason Tattoo knows exactly who that is
Oh.
in Southeast.
Hold on. Kalen said he types out "woo" when he messages you. By the way, is that legit?
Yes,
Oh my
that is
God,
true.
that's crazy
Oh,
as
fuck off.
fuck.
That is true. If you get a text message from Paulie, it will have the Woo signature on it.
Woo! What a fucking schmuck. Well, he didn't show Wicked, and I'm not too surprised. He's already taken one shellacking from you in this lifetime. I don't think he wanted to take another in front of a bigger audience, one that would be up for a while.
Representing V.
I don't know.
Can I take Just Incredible's gimmick? He's not using it. You know, just wear shorts.
Just Incredible's not using his
Hey,
gimmick.
whoa, wait a second. I'll have you know that Just Incredible is very over with his gimmick at the Olive Garden.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
oh,
I guess he can join Rip Rogers at Target next thing now.
Oh, Target Rogers.
Oh man, this fucking Paul Lee video I'm making has just been blown like out of proportion now. Now I have even more editing to do. It's fantastic.
All you had before was that crazy governor shit and maybe the comedian incident where he need a comedian in the balls.
Yeah, I also have every promo he's ever cut too to use. I mean, so that's
Oh,
Hey.
Jesus.
I'm
Hey,
just
hey,
waiting to
hey,
like
Tonka.
click on his screen name for Twitter and find out I'm blocked.
can you be server Just Incredible? Excuse me, sir. Is it possible just good?
This pasta is not just the coolest, not just the best. This pasta is just a shut the fuck up and give him the menu.
Now, while he is a server, does he have like a posse of other servers behind him to make up for
What do you mean,
his-
like the Impact servers? To like Don Marie behind him, like everybody's show your tits, bring us salad. Show your tits, bring us salad.
give us breadsticks?
Ugh. See, this is what happens when people chicken out of the fucking show the fuck up. Because I'm telling you, any other time, Paulie's on that fucking Twitter talking all kinds of shit. Just last week, he was talking shit about Wicked's wife. He's talking shit about Wicked, and all of a sudden, we can't get him in here to talk to people. That's so weird.
We want breadsticks.
Yeah, now we got
want
people cheering
breadsticks.
for breadsticks over Paulie. This is what happens.
Sorry,
Breadsticks
breadsticks are more over than Polly is.
syphilis is more over than Paul Lee.
Can we get a "We want breadsticks" chant in the chat?
Please, with the claps. I want the claps.
Yeah, we're not getting Paulie. Everybody chant "We want breadsticks" in the chat.
Yeah.
And since we, you know, the guest of honor today was Wicked, and he came here and he was willing to talk to Paulie once more for us. Paulie didn't show, so we'll close out with the breadstick chant. And Wicked, you can address Paulie once more. Just give him the business one more time.
Well, first of all, thank you guys for allowing me to come on. It's very nice to meet you guys. Of course, Tonka, I know. V, of course, a huge fan of your channel. Failure Accomplished as well. Paulie, you're a piece of shit. You know exactly how to get in touch with me. Every time my name gets brought up, you fucking say something. You put me on your shoot DVD. Well, you can put on the shoot DVD. You almost lost your fucking nose on top of
Breadsticks
that.
are sad.
Breadsticks are fucking over.
Now,
Paulie,
all right. Here's the thing: if Kevin Scampoli starts a "We want breadsticks" chant on his next fucking thing, we know he actually watches.
Yes.
This is true.
He wants
At
to.
least
he
we'll
wants
know
to
that.
Go up here, so.
All right, Paulie.
That's his
That was the Paulie stories. The man with the robe covered in piss, who's got his face fucking beat on, almost got his nose bit the fuck off because
Who
he's
had
that
to
much of a cunt.
pay for an endorsement from Ric Flair.
He paid $10,000 to have Ric Flair show up dressed as Bill Dauterive to pose in front of his wallpaper.
I don't get why you guys are making such a big deal.
I
You know,
mean,
you're always trying to be the contrarian.
I mean, don't you want to impress your wallpaper guys? Come on.
well,
Failure, show me your face. I want to see your super serious face right now. Coward.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, he can't stop grinning. He knows.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Failure, tell us how great Polly is.
He's fantastic. Ric Flair, who's that? He's not the Nature Boy.
well, no, hold on. Ric Flair is the Nature Boy, but he's not the real Nature Boy.
He's not the real one anymore.
He's not the real one, guys.
He sold it with his dad jeans. Ugh. Okay. This has been a hell of a what turned into a whole lot of shooting on someone who's not really that relevant, but they're kind of a piece of shit, and they've had this coming for a long time, and this is going to be up for plenty of people to see. So I'm pretty glad. If Paul ever wants to come on, by the way, I am the easiest person to find on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking of Just Incredible with 2 breadsticks.
It's the fucking
He's doing it with
the Singapore
Beer
cane instead of the
bottles.
Singapore cane, just holding up the breadsticks. Oh god. But yeah, Paul, if you ever want to come on and have your day, feel free to come on. But just know that I'll let Wicked on if he wants on too, because it's much more fun that way. For my boy V and the Vamp Candies and the Failure, we signing off and stuff. We're gonna have another guest next week. I don't want to give it away yet, but we'll give it away like 2 days before it happens. Mickey Knuckles pulled kind of out of things, may have gotten cold feet. We may reschedule down the road, but we're moving on. The next guest is gonna be it'll be good. You'll see. But thank you, Wicked Nemesis.
Thank you, guys. Hallelujah.
Halla fucking Luger.